Good evening, folks. It is 11:02 p.m. Eastern Time, and we are going live here because a large earthquake has just struck the Solomon Islands, and there's a potential tsunami threat. So we're going to go and we're going to check that out. Give me a moment to get the screen share going. Now, I wish I could have jumped faster to this. I was asleep. As you guys know, I'll be waking up in about 4 hours to start the morning broadcast show. Starting the screen share. All right. Hopefully, I am screen sharing and you can see that a 7.5 earthquake has struck the Solomon Islands. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center has been on the ball with this. This is actually a brand new threat message from 3 minutes ago, which I haven't seen yet, so we're going to take a look at it together. Now they've downgraded the magnitude to 6.9. Tsunami threat has now mostly passed. No longer a tsunami threat from this earthquake. That is terrific news. And that's very, very different from what we had just a few minutes before I got online. They had the first tsunami waves actually impacting now already everywhere from, I don't know if you can see, the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, with eventually places in Australia, places in New Zealand getting involved as well. But this is great news, and you guys saw it the moment I did. They have downgraded the magnitude, at least the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center has, to 6.9. Let's go ahead and see, let's take a look at our full earthquake list to see what we have going on here. Over here, this PTWC over on the right side, you can see those. These are all Pacific Tsunami Warning Center readings. You can see some of them are at 6.9 here. They've still got the two up here. It's 7.5. And here are all the other agency readings. These are coming in everywhere. You can probably disregard the 6.2 and things of that nature. But it was probably just a fairly large magnitude earthquake. Let's see. USGS still has this at 7.5. Let me refresh everything. Yeah, they've still got it at 7.5. I'm inclined to go with that, but I'm also inclined to believe that there's not a tsunami threat based on all of this. The last thing we'll check are the buoys, and we'll zoom in here. There are two buoys in event mode currently. One of them is showing somewhat of a deviation there, but that's not even half of a meter, a foot at most. This one's showing about the same thing, and in essence, these are probably just inches, if I'm being honest. We will probably see in the surrounding areas, I'm going to keep clicking that one by mistake, we will probably see in the surrounding areas from Kira Kira down to Vanuatu, a few centimeters to a few inches of tsunami beyond what is normally expected at the tides for that time of day. Probably nothing destructive. You get down to New Caledonia, and certainly when you get to Australia, I don't think that we should have any kind of concern whatsoever about any kind of tsunami. So it is what it is. Very, very happy that this type of thing is not as dangerous as it could have been, but it's also good to be able to see that all of the agencies pretty much kicked into gear pretty quickly, and frankly, the one who was slowest to the jump was me. So that's the story. We're going to go with 7.5 magnitude earthquake has struck the Solomon Islands. While I've got you here, actually, let's go ahead and take a look at our primary earthquake factor, coronal holes, and this is Solar Dynamics Observatory, 211 angstroms, and you can see this one coronal hole, part of it is still Earth-facing, actually. The rest of it departed. When this part was facing Earth is when we got that 6.4 in Barbados. And, of course, the northern coronal hole, which is partially still turning onto the disk. The lead of it is actually not even more than just on the Earth-facing fourth. This is pretty much Earth-facing now as well. Of course, just 3 days ago, we had a an interesting four-way planetary geometry, and we'll go ahead and pull that up too. And we're going to use Solar System Scope because it loads infinitely faster than NASA's JPL orbital diagram. By the way, this is what Solar System Scope looks like when you first bring it up, and if you're doing what we plan to do and you don't just want the pretty version, come here, you click Realistic, Realistic, and I'm going to get rid of the comets. But anyway, what we saw here, hopefully you guys can see this as well. All right, so we have Mars down here. Just a few days ago, Mercury was a little bit to the left, Earth was a little bit to the right, and with Mars here, we had a four-way lineup: Mars, Mercury, Earth, and Pluto. And of course, it was not but a day after that that we also saw some interesting geometry with the sun as well. But so anyway, back to the tsunami. Looks like the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center is saying that we don't really have anything to worry about. I'll go ahead and give it one more check right now. We have that 3 a.m. UTC or 11 p.m. Eastern time of the day before UTC is the latest information. I believe the USGS is probably going to stick with 7.5 for now. We'll give that one more check. Yeah, 7.5. No tsunami, but it was good speaking with you all tonight, and I will see you in the morning. Be safe, everyone.